These next few videos that you guys will see, I'll be same outfit, same setup, because I'm going to try to start doing some bulk videos. So that way, if I do get into a situation, I already have something up on cue and ready to upload for you guys. But with that, for this video, it was
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Maybe sometimes we've got it wrong, but it's alright. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.
hello and welcome back to The Search. I am Dina Rell, and before we begin, I didn't get a video up last Sunday, as I have discussed in previous videos about my issue with figuring out self-care and rest and all of that. The week before last was a week where mentally and emotionally wasn't there, wasn't motivated. And then last week, it was my body saying, yeah, we need to rest, we need to sleep, we need to do nothing. Which, with this journey, trying to figure out time to put in for the different things that I want to get accomplished to push me towards finding my passion and my career, I have to understand that I do have time. I'm trying to get everything into a small amount of time, but I have time to get the stuff done, which is why I did choose to rest and not necessarily try to stress out and focus on getting a video up. So I do just want to apologize about that first. Um, with these next few videos that you guys will see, I'll be same outfit, same setup, because I'm going to try to start doing some bulk videos. So that way, if I do get into a situation, I already have something up on cue and ready to upload for you guys. But with that, for this video, it was going to be some tools or a tool that my career counselor was talking to me about. Still not 100% sure what I actually want to commit to doing as a career, but doing this, looking at some things that kind of piqued my interest, um, and to see if it would be something that I am actually interested in going into. So two of the top things that have piqued my interest is being a translator or like a social media specialist. And with those two things, there's two websites that I will be using, which I have one. I will put both of the websites that I'll be using in the description box below. But the first one is the bls.gov, which has a list of a bunch of occupations that I went through. We're going to want to go to the occupational handbook and then the A to Z index. And then this has a description of what the Bureau of Labor says that the job entails. So start with that. First one I'm going to do is translator here. Mm-hmm. Where is it? Translator. And then on the website, it does have, like here on the first page, interpreters and translators convert information from one language into another language. Um, translator is more so what interested me because not that I necessarily don't like people, don't want to talk to people. I know that you always have to deal with people, but um, doing paperwork and being able to be a little bit more independent seems like it's more what translators do. Does have the difference here, which a translator converts written material from one language into another. The goal of a translator is to have people read the translation as if it were the original written material. And just for reference, the difference, an interpreter converts information from one spoken language. So interpreters use a spoken language and translators use written language. And then what I would do here is I'm going to be using Indeed. Go in there and just enter translator to see what employers actually put in there for what they do or what they're looking for in a job. And some things that I did find is like situations where it'll say translator and interpreter. So you'll be doing both instead of just the actual translator thing. Or sometimes you are able to find one where it does just say translator. And with this specific job, it would be the editor will participate in a cycle of the instructional design process by editing and proofreading the instructional contents provided by the content developer in Spanish or English and translating into Spanish or English any content as required. So this one would actually be true to what the BLS website says a translator do, where it's more so paperwork and translating written word and not necessarily spoken word. And then, of course, you can see what it is that you need or what they prefer to do. But right now, I am just focusing on seeing if it is something that I am legitimately interested in potentially going forward with and doing some more research on trying to figure it out. Um, and when you put in translator, because translator and interpreter are very common, it does look like there's a lot of interpreter things popping up here, but there are a few translator things, which in that case, once I was actually ready, if I do decide this for my career, I would go in and look and make sure that the translator matches the BLS definition because that was the original thing that I was interested in. I am finding it a little difficult. However, for the social media specialist one, for the occupational handbook, it didn't necessarily like have anything on the A to Z um, index. I did actually have to search for this one, and it is on here. It just pops up in a different section. So if you don't find it on the index, you can definitely search it and it'll maybe show you guys something in regards to what it's about. Okay. And then for the social media specialist, shows here social media specialists communicate with the public through platforms that allow users to create and share content online. They run their employers' social media accounts, working to build a brand's reputation. So, a lot like what those of us who post to social media like YouTube and Instagram, which is kind of what making me a little bit interested in social media specialists, because though I don't really have the biggest following or anything like that, I do enjoy creating content and this, that, and the other. And I mean, people may not be interested in me and my life and the things that I post, but working for a business that would help people or that I feel like I can truly help them grow may potentially be something that I'd be willing to learn and do for a career. But again, still looking and trying to figure that out. And then the same thing with this, I would go to Indeed and type it in. And it doesn't have necessarily social media specialists, but social media things connected to it. Oh, here's a social media specialist. See what it says. Right. And this one, job duties will be develops modern and engaging multimedia content that promotes public awareness of the organization and supports the recruiting mission using appropriate virtual communication tools to reach the intended audience, uses multiple social media platforms as well as social media management tools to convey information and publicize the organization's mission, monitor. Oh, this is Army recruiting. That's why I say Army recruiting. But that actually says social media specialist and looks like it matches what the BLS website says a social media specialist would do. Here's one for Stanley Steamer, which the social media specialist would be responsible for managing 75% organic, 25% paid social campaigns across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube on here twice, LinkedIn, and more. Strategizes all aspects of in-house social campaigns, including implementation, monitoring, analysis, reporting, as well as partnering with creative and other digital team members and managers. So it seems like it's kind of a difference here depending on what career you choose. Social media specialist looks like when you type it in and you find jobs that are looking for that specific thing, that the job description that the employer is looking pretty much matches what the BLS website for. But in situations where a lot of names could be used for one thing, like interpreter and translator, which basically does the same thing, except for one is spoken language and one is written language. It's a little hard to find something where it's just the written language, if that is something that you or me, because this is my video, would be interested in, that I might have to look a little harder or be open to also doing some interpreting. But again, these are just possible ideas that I were thinking about and looking at. I'm still not sure if it's actually something I'm going to be interested in, but I did just want to share this tool that my career counselor gave me because it does help with the process. There has been a couple of jobs where I was like, maybe, and then went on Indeed to see what an employer was actually looking for and was like, I don't think I would actually want to do that. So kind of doing a cross reference to weed out things as you figure out more about yourself. Um, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you have any other tools that you know about that could potentially benefit me or anybody else, I would be more than happy to try try them out and see if they work and potentially make a video about them to share it. Just leave a comment and you can get that done because just like me, I know you guys are out there trying to figure out this life journey and we're going to continue to figure it out. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I will see you in the next video. Again, let's continue to figure out this life thing together and see you guys later. Bye.